Alright guys, so we're going to be building the solar powered flashlight by Flash Forward, and I'm going to walk you guys through the entire process. So first you take your battery, right, and we'll send you the exact parts that you need. And what you need to do is you need to cut the end of the battery right here. So my friend's going to do that over here.
Be sure when you cut it, you don't cut both wires at the same time. So you have to cut one at a time. First you cut the red, and then you cut the black.
All right, now that you have that, make sure that you have your battery, the battery recharge module, a button, a switch.
Now before you start, remove the support from the back.
So this is how it looks with the scaffolding when you first 3D print it. You see how like all the buttons, like where it's supposed to go, all the holes are like covered up. And then this is how it should look like once you've removed it. We're still gonna have to take that part out, but yeah.
Wire goes to positive, black wire goes to negative. So we can see that if we connect this negative to the out minus, then it lights up. What we have to do is we have to connect it to the switch or the button. So first, what we do is we put the button in. Actually, just to make this process easier, when you put this button in, right, you can also put this in. All right. So now that we're done, right? This switch, we can do that and it was wrong.
Ooh.
Now all that's left is how we
Just put all these
safely
parts.
rearrange everything inside this box, right? Just to get the
And then
thing.
we
Put
screw
this
it
on top. And then
All right, so here's a look inside the actual flashlight. We've already assembled this one mostly. We just haven't put the screws in yet. So the red wire in the battery recharge module, it connects to the positive end, right? The positive end on the side of the USB. And then the black wire connects to the one with the negative end, right? You see that little minus sign? Yeah, it connects to that. You connect the battery, right? And it says it right here, B plus, right? You connect that to the battery and the red part of the battery. And then B minus, you connect that to the black wire in the battery. We'll show, if you want some tutorials on how to solder things and wires together, you can search them up online. But yeah, next what you do is with this micro USB battery recharge module, you connect. So we have this cool little mechanism. Yeah, thanks for finding the flashlight. All right, so on the battery recharge module, on the negative end, you connect this wire to the top part of this little button here. So the reason we use buttons, we have a pack of them right here, right? The reason we use buttons instead of switches is because buttons cost like, what, 5 cents or even less than that. And then switches, if we were to get an actual mechanical switch, that'd be $1. So what we do is to get around that obstacle and make it cheaper, we use a button, but then we make it activated by a switch using this cool little like design feature. And so when that's, if you can see like the slope, it's kind of hard to explain, but this can basically switch the flashlight on. So yeah, the bottom end of the button, that's connected to the LEDs, right? And that's connected to the top part. And then on the bottom, that's routed over here. So yeah, that's how everything is connected basically. And yeah, also make sure you keep this in mind. When you have the two LEDs, you'll need to tie kind of the top part and then the bottom ones together. The bottom ones are the longer tail end of the LED, and the top one is the shorter ends. So make sure to keep that in mind. And also when you're connecting them, and you're soldering it, try to curl the wire up and then turn it and fold it to make it like a hook. And so if you make it like a hook, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you make it like a hook and then you kind of latch it on, it's easier to solder. So that's just like a quick tip. But yeah, so that's how all the parts are connected. Right, now stop shining the flashlight on it, and it disappears. That's how we know the solar panel's working. Put it on again. See that little blue LED? Yeah, it lights up. So that's how we know it's working, and we know that the solar panel flashlight is also working based on it working. So yeah, what we do is we need to screw these parts in, and you can use an electric screwdriver if you want. But yeah,
If you use custom screws, we can send you the specs for that later too.
yeah.